For years, they've been, top of Southeast District, and we knew they were good, and we didn't know they were this good. This is the first time in 2 years that we just got manhandled, and it happens. But we told the girls in the locker room, you learn from experiences like this. You learn, okay, this is where they are. This is where we need to get to. So, yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
When you schedule them, I'm sure like you said, you knew they would be good, but that does make you better.
Well, we're not going to duck anybody, and that's part of the deal. If you want to get better, you got to play people who are going to make you better, and this team will make you better. I mean, it's that simple.
They really will. I was impressed with how hard you played. I mean, even down 40, you were still diving for balls and you still making an extra.
Well, we challenged them. We challenged them. We said, listen, we'll see what you got in the second half. What's important here is you're playing for yourself, you're playing for your team, you're playing for that shirt. That's and the people in the stands. That's who you're playing for.
Love that attitude. Is that of all the teams you've seen in your years of coaching, how do they rate?
I've been doing this for 25 years. I helped Doug Hale up at Oak Hill when they were rocking and rolling, and this is it's the best team I've ever seen that we've faced. I mean, they're 10 deep, and they all move, they all shoot, they all defend. It's a pretty special team. There's a reason why they're beating people by 50 points every game.
Sure.
It's not a fluke.
There you go. So where do you go from here now?
Well, our league starts. Well, we had our first league game actually Thursday, but Monday we play South Webster at South Webster, tough team. Thursday we come back play Portsmouth West at home, defending league champ. So there's no letdown,
No.
and we talked to him. He says time to step up.
Yep. Well, ladies, what's your assessment of playing against those guys, those girls?
Well, in games like this, you just have to kind of have fun, learn from it. The small victories.
I just think that we just have to learn from things like this that's not going to work on teams that aren't as good as these teams. Like certain passes that we made in these games were turnovers, but they wouldn't be in other games that we've had victories over. So I just think that we need to be crisper and just not play down to our competition whenever we are playing to certain teams. Like keep it high, keep our turnovers down, honestly.
Yeah, very good. This is a good experience. Obviously, getting beat is not a fun experience, but what's
Right.
a good experience you can take from this?
I just think whenever we get pressed, we kind of freak out a lot. So I think we need to settle down, calm down, realize that we have our teammates with us that can help us beat the press. And this really put it in perspective that, we get chaotic whenever there's pressure with us. So I think this is, again, just a lesson that we have to learn from this game.
I also think it was a good experience because now we know that we can be. Like, we need to get to that level.
Very good. Anything
Go Falcons.
else? Very good. Thank you.
You bet.
Appreciate it.
Oh, that was cool.
Coach, give us your assessment of the game.
We had kind of come into the game knowing that Minford was a big and strong team. They really kind of have, honestly, probably better size overall than anybody in our league. And, against Colgrove on Thursday, they're kind of a smaller team, and we missed a lot of shots, but we got a ton of offensive rebounds. And today, leading up to the game, we kind of told our kids, I don't know that we're going to get all those rebounds that we got, against Colgrove, and we did. I thought that was the biggest thing. Obviously, our defense was incredible, probably the best defense we played all year long. But we were just surprised from a coaching staff about how many offensive rebounds we got. So we were super proud of that. And we talked to our kids about chasing the ball like it's money coming off the rim, and they really do a good job of that.
Well, the very first play, I noticed the aggressiveness.
Yes, yeah.
And rebounding.
Yeah.
You two obviously take some pride in that.
Maybe too aggressive, right?
You obviously you took the big girls a challenge, I'm sure, and trying.
Yeah, I will say that too. Like, obviously, she was the top of our scouting report, and I don't remember her touching the ball more than 3 times in the first half. Bree did an incredible job. Incredible job.
Bree did an incredible job, keeping her low. Even when the ball was on the other side of the floor, she was still pushing her out. But also, our on-ball defense was really good because it's hard to make a pass inside when you got so much pressure on the ball.
Yeah, she did. It was really good. It was really good.
It is. You'll ever get bored?
No.
Good.
That's a good question, though. That's a good question.
That is. I asked you that a couple of weeks ago.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. Kylie, you ever get bored, or you just having fun?
No, you play hard every game, no matter the score.
Yeah, we think of the game 0-0 at all times and just go.
Now coming in, I know they had a good record. They beaten Jackson.
Yeah, which was undefeated.
Yeah. So obviously you didn't take them lightly. What was their reaction out there to, every time down the court you're stealing it and taking it and putting it in the hole?
Obviously they're frustrated, but frustration or not, you still have to keep it up. You can't just feel bad for them. You still have to keep playing,
Yeah.
but then also keeping it up 100% every single play.
Good. Big one Monday now.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Portsmouth?
They're a tough team. They're a good squad, that's for sure. Every player has such good skills, and so it's going to be a really good game, hopefully.
Yeah, I think our matchups are going to be important, but at the same time, people may think of us as an offensive team because of how many we put up, but we really take pride in our defense, so I think that's where we're going to get the win, and yeah, I think our defense is good enough to
They can score.
shut 'em down.
Yeah, they can score just as well as we can, so now it's just a defensive game at that point.
Yeah.
I think the fun thing about it is, and obviously, being older every year and being in this, just the opportunity to get to do what we did today and have all these teams here and get to do this. And then Monday, knowing what Monday will be like, knowing how electric that atmosphere is going to be, I hope as a coach that they embrace that and understand, man, this is amazing. I can remember, back when I played a long time ago that, there was nothing better than the crowd on a visiting court yelling at you. And, my mom might have been called some really bad things on those games, but it was amazing, and I hope we really embrace that, and because again, these are times that they'll never forget.
Yeah. I thought your bench played well. Your depth was strong. Hannah, I thought Hannah played really well.
We this summer we play year round, but in the month of June you go and you play different places in the summer, and we went to Cedar Point. And Hannah matched up with a couple bigs there and did a great job. We were at Marietta, and Hannah matched up with another kid that was going to play Division I basketball, and did a great job. So we kind of coming into the game, we all felt like Hannah was going to play a factor in this. Bree got in foul trouble or whatever. Hannah can go. Hannah plays really well against kids that are big like her. So. We weren't surprised by that. We had seen that before, and I don't know. If you've seen us the last few games, Hannah's really starting, honestly, to turn the corner. Not just today, but in the last couple weeks, she's really started to turn the corner, and I'm so happy for her. And these two would agree that you won't find a better person than Hannah Taylor. You won't. You won't. She's just a great person, a great teammate. So, she's just everything that you would want in a coach and a teammate. So. I couldn't be happier for her to have that success.
So when do you start working on this event for next year?
Well, I mean, I've had people messaging me today. You know, like Hilliard Bradley messaged me today. Obviously, all these people are asking to come back. Again, I mean, like we did so many nice things today, and I hope we can make it even better next year. You know, and a part of that is this. A part of that is you. It's just been incredible, and I like I said, I hope that we can continue to grow it. And I want to thank Ricky Shifko, like to being the main sponsor to it. We couldn't do this without the sponsors, and Ricky's the main guy. And he's been with us whenever it wasn't something like this, and I'm really proud that it's here. It's the way where it is now, and we want to thank Willie Steinmetz for being here. He's done so much for us. Willie's was with us all year last year. He was at Marietta earlier this year. He's down here all day in Proctorville. I mean, like if you Willie, I'll put a plug here for Willie too. He filmed every game today. So if anybody wanted highlights of your personal highlights from Willie is willing to do that. I mean, he does a great job. I know he did highlights for us this year. I think maybe might have did one for Godby like this year at Marietta.
He got me one this summer.
Yeah, like did one of Bruce. So it does a wonderful job. You know, I mean, we wouldn't ask a guy to come from Columbus if he wasn't going to do a wonderful job. So, I mean, obviously we're really thankful for Willie. Really thankful for Angie Sater from Prep Hoops Ohio coming down. That was huge. Just having that kind of exposure because like Southern Ohio basketball doesn't get that very often. We don't get those people like you know, you live in the Columbus area, you live in the Cincinnati area, Cleveland area, you know, you have that kind of coverage all the time. And for people to come down and do what they did and shine a light on Southern Ohio basketball, it's just a blessing. And I'm super thankful for that.
I think we're all super thankful too for our coaching staff that's able to put this on because little does anybody know like how much effort and like dedication they put on this event.
Yeah.
Buke, I know we were talking all last week about how he was getting all you guys to come in and how excited he was, and just the amount of like exposure, like he said, he can get to other girls. Like I know there's plenty of like Rock Hill girls, Wheelersburg girls that are wanting to go to college, but it's hard for them to get exposure.
I think the thing that's important to me is to grow the game overall. Obviously, like my responsibility is to Fairland, but I also feel because we have a platform, we're good, and people think we're good, you know. So, and now it's our responsibility to like, hey, like let's help shine the light on others to help like, and as if Minford's better or Rock Hill's better or whoever's better, it's going to make us all better. You know, we want to raise the game for everybody, and part of that is exposure, and like, and I hope that everybody here like enjoyed themselves and you know, like. Got the exposure that like we had hoped for.
Very good. Anything else?
Thank you, Tim.
Thank you.